Hello, my dear friend. Today, I'm excited to share a special story with you, a love story. Love stories always have a way of captivating our hearts. This one is about a boy named Alex and his unique connection with two girls, Emma and Lily. It's a simple story that anyone can follow, but it's filled with emotions, choices, and moments that can change a person's life forever. It's not a complicated love triangle, but rather a journey of navigating feelings, respecting others, and understanding oneself. The story begins with Alex introducing himself and sharing his views on love, and how he unexpectedly found himself torn between two meaningful relationships. You'll hear the conversations he has with both Emma and Lily, and how each one shapes him in different ways. It's a gentle, heartwarming tale that speaks to anyone who appreciates stories of emotion and personal growth. Hi, my name is Alex. I never imagined I'd be in this position, caught between two wonderful people who mean so much to me. But here I am, trying to handle it all without hurting anyone, including myself. It all started during my last year of school when I met Emma. She had this quiet confidence, the kind you don't notice at first, but once you do, you can't stop thinking about her. We became friends quickly, and soon enough, I realized I had feelings for her. Emma and I shared a love for books, peaceful afternoons, and deep conversations. Everything felt so natural and comfortable, like we were meant to meet. Then, a year later, I met Lily at a party. She was the opposite of Emma, vibrant, full of life, and always the center of attention. Her energy was contagious, and I felt alive around her in a way I hadn't before. We connected instantly, and before I knew it, I was spending more and more time with her. I never meant for this to happen. I didn't plan on getting close to both of them. But while I was with Lily, I couldn't shake my feelings for Emma. They weren't fleeting, they were real. Emma never pressured me to choose. She was patient, kind, and understanding. Our bond was deep, but her quiet, independent nature sometimes left me wondering if I was enough for her. Lily, on the other hand, was full of affection and excitement. Being with her felt like an adventure, but I worried what would happen if the thrill wore off. I felt torn, between comfort and passion, familiarity and spontaneity. Emma noticed something was off. One evening at our favorite cafe, she looked at me with concern and asked if I was okay. I lied and said I was fine. She didn't push, but I knew she saw right through me. With Lily, the guilt weighed on me every time I saw her. She was so happy, so present, and for a while, I let myself get lost in that. But one night, after spending time with Lily, I lay awake knowing I couldn't keep living like this. The next morning, I called Emma. I told her everything, about Lily, my feelings, my confusion. I expected anger or pain, but Emma just listened. When I finished, she looked at me with sad eyes and said, "You need to figure out what you want, not for me, not for Lily, but for yourself." Her grace and maturity made me realize she deserved someone who was sure. I had to make a choice. I met Lily the next day and told her the truth. To my surprise, she hugged me and said, "Follow your heart." It wasn't about who was more exciting or easier to be with. It was about who I could build something real and lasting with. That person was Emma. When I returned to her, ready to commit fully, we sat hand in hand at the cafe, and I knew I had made the right decision. Things between us felt different, better. I had clarity and peace for the first time in a long while. But trust isn't rebuilt overnight. Emma had her doubts, and I couldn't blame her. One night, While watching a movie at her place, Emma paused the screen and asked, "Are you really over her?" I looked into her eyes and said, "I made my choice, and it's you." She nodded, but I knew it would take time. I had to show her I was in it for the long haul. The months that followed were filled with love and small struggles. We created a rhythm: walks in the park, lazy Sundays, dinners at our favorite Italian place. But every now and then, Lily's memory would resurface. Once, we saw her at a party. She was friendly but distant. Later, Emma admitted it felt strange. We both knew healing takes time. Then came new challenges. I got a new job, one that excited me, brought purpose, and introduced me to new people. That's where Mia came in, a coworker I clicked with instantly. There was no romantic tension, just a friendship rooted in shared humor and stress. I told Emma about her, and at first, she was happy for me. But over time, I noticed the worry in her eyes whenever Mia's name came up. Then Emma said something that stayed with me. "I trust you, Alex, but after Lily, it's hard not to worry." I understood. I set boundaries with Mia and focused on strengthening what I had with Emma. Meanwhile, Jake, one of Emma's old college friends, re-entered her life. At first, I didn't think much of it, but soon he became a regular presence. Emma reassured me, but I couldn't shake the unease. I tried to be supportive, knowing how she had stood by me during my confusion with Lily and Mia. But jealousy has a way of creeping in. To reconnect, we planned a weekend getaway, just the two of us. Surrounded by nature, free of distractions, we found our way back to each other. One evening by the fire, Emma spoke again of how people come and go, how feelings shift. "I love you, Alex," she said, "but I won't lie. Sometimes when I'm with Jake, I wonder." And that's where the next part of our story begins.